remembrances of what's been and hopefully what will come. Thank you. They don't want the speech now. They want to eat. I know what they want. Well, I'll wait. You want me to wait?
Well, I guess this one will be on behalf of all the committee members, adult assistant scoutmasters that have been here with you, parents. Just from my heart.
Ruined it. A musical. It's a musical gift.
I mean, who's been in one of my trainings where I had you memorize it? It's the Philmont Grace. Thank you very much. You're welcome. It's more than I deserve. Well, whoever had this was a surprise. I have to admit, I didn't even wear socks because I didn't plan on being here that long. And the last thing I told Deborah was that I'd be home shortly. Obviously, thank you for coming out. At least there's some parents here. I didn't make them all mad, Gary. So you know, that's my job. Thank you, Jason and Philip, Jeff, Aaron, and Matthew. Phil, they don't want to hear any stories about you, do they? I might have to tell a Scoutmaster story here in a minute. It's an honor. You probably caught me without words for one of the very few times because I'm not prepared. I was reminded earlier, Mr. Wickey's here, and he's like a mentor to me because he's been with this troop longer than anybody. And he reminded me that Matthew and I actually joined Scouts when the Cub Scouts was right out here at this little house. So this church and the Scouts here has meant a lot to us. And I don't want you, Cameron, or anybody else to think that I'm going away. You're my scouting family. And you mean a lot to me. I appreciate what you've done. All the boys, every one of you that have worked, and Matthew certainly more than anybody, because he's worked with me at the concession stand on nights when I didn't even pay him. I just told him he had to go with me. And he doesn't know how much I appreciate that, because sometimes Tori, as Tori knows, she'll send me an email and we've got 2 people to show up. And you know, that's something we do for the Lions Club, and they're very, very appreciative. And y'all don't realize how many Lions members have been touched by Scouts and have been involved in it to where they're our second family too. So I just look back and think of all the campouts and the stories that I could tell. I really wanted to go to Enchanted Rock this weekend. It's one of my favorite places, but we had to be in Galveston at a wedding. And I know it was hot over there because I sat outside at a wedding at 1 o'clock Saturday afternoon. And I didn't get to wear a hat on my little bald head. But I just want you to know I'm really touched, surprised, definitely. I should have known when Phil Henry shows up that something had to be up. I should have just guessed that. But I appreciate it. All you young men that are still working, I want to make sure you get there, so I'm going to be around to nudge you Okay, I'm not gonna get in Mr. Young's way. I'm gonna, if he needs some muscle, he's gonna call on me, and that's what I want to do. But you'll still see me around here. I don't wanna go too far, because as I said, you're my scouting family and an extension of my family that means so much. And Doug, I'm really honored that you're here. I really am. So.
You heard there was a party, Todd.
Is that what it was?
Yeah.
Is that what it was? Yeah, okay.
I found Doug an hour ago
Picked him up on the side of the
and
road.
picked him up on the side of the road.
In uniform.
In uniform. Amazing what you find on Cypress with these.
Right. I thank you very much from the bottom of my heart. It's really not deserved, I don't think, but just something I do for fun. So I thank you very much, Barry. And Greg, I really appreciate Greg because he was a great committee chairman. And who was it that said, who was it that told you that you don't speak very much, but when you do, you're funny? I forgot who said that. Greg has a very dry sense of humor, and he's really, I really enjoy it. And especially, I mean, Steve's here. Sam Furman was here last year, and I have to apologize to everybody because there was a few people here last week that I had invited to see Matthew because he was here, and I didn't introduce him to you, and I should have, and that's my fault. But Mr. Bozarth, the Scoutmaster that was here when I came in, was here last week. He was the bald-headed guy with glasses. Mr. Furman was here. Sam and Dan Foster and Steve and I took the first group to Packard that went in a while, and that was a pretty exciting trip. And without people like Dan and Steve, and there's Justin. Thank you, Justin, for coming. And so many of those people, I mean, I've always said that there's only one Scoutmaster patch, but there's no way that any one person could do what you need to do on a Monday night without the support of all the adults. And this troop has been so blessed to have adults that step up because I think this last time we chartered more adults than we did kids. And you know, some people, particularly incoming parents, look at that as a threat, but I don't look at it as a threat at all. You can never have enough adult help, right, Greg, right, Barry? You just can't do it. And so, without the Scoutmasters and the guys that I've had along with me, my best friends that I have in life right now are people I met in Scouts. And unfortunately, 2 of them have moved away. I don't get to see them as often, but I think you really bond with adults when you camp. And I enjoy camping. And Steve and I have always said we'd never really retire because our wives would let us go camping if we didn't go with the Scouts. So we're not going anywhere. So that's all I got to say. Thank you very, very much. Thank you, Sue. Thank you, Jeffrey. One's got his hair and one doesn't have it. And then you got Phil, somewhere in the middle.
Todd, you had a very appropriate lead into our next piece. You want to introduce some others from his friends?
I told you that he mentioned that had moved away and could not be here and sent me a little comment to. Short and sweet. Larry Hoffman, he's in Dallas now, just said, please give my regards to Todd and the fine service he has provided during his tenure as Scoutmaster. As an ex-Scoutmaster from Troop 483, Todd has touched the life of many young men and old women and men also, including myself. Best wishes to Boudreaux from his buddy Thibodeau. And this came from our beloved Fred. He had gotten a call about us having this little get-together but couldn't make it into town. And he asked that I pass this on from young Fred, but to also add that Todd has been a great friend and leader for the boys and for the adults. During his tenure, the young men that have emerged from Troop 483 have a wonderful example to strive forward. I am proud to see what my son has become with the help of Todd and the rest of the troop. And this is from Fred Yost III. Words for Mr. G stepping down. Todd Gaudin is a good friend and a great Scoutmaster. He has been involved with the leadership of the troop since his son joined the troop around 10 years ago, about the same time I did. We've all grown a lot since then, most of us up, a few of us out. I remember how little pomp and ceremony was put into making him the Scoutmaster. Hopefully you're sending him out with enough to make it. He was always willing to lend a hand. He tried to make everyone feel welcome, and he was always willing to share some of the adult grub with the kids that always managed to burn whatever we could. Not that we burned it on purpose or anything, just to get the food. Right? Well, not often anyway. He is a great storyteller and always had something to share in front of the campfire. I shudder to think about the stories some of you may have heard about the T-wolves. Not the timber wolves, the tiger wolves. Ah, the memories, but I digress. He was there when we all got our eagles and was only slightly less proud of us than he was of his own son. But that's understandable. Matt was a handful. I'm sure everyone there has at least seen someone get a silver dollar in case they needed to get a gallon of gas, half a gallon now, or to make an emergency phone call when changed out, or just to decide an argument, heads or tails. I've kept mine with me for around half a decade now, and it seems to have brought me pretty good luck. I wish I had something to give now that he's stepping down, or that I could be sure to wish him, could be there to wish him well. But these words will have to do. Words that I'm sure most of you are tired of hearing. Don't worry, I'll finish up soon, and then everyone else can get to the cake. I just wanted to say a heartfelt thanks, and that whoever is stepping up has big shoes to fill. Good luck, good times, and good night. Can you actually believe I work for the government now? Fred the Third. That's from your out-of-town buds.
Well, they're very much missed. I have my silver dollar. Who's got theirs? Silver dollar check. Silver dollar check. Okay. You know, Tori, I'll do it.
They all have them.
Phil got his. I'm impressed. Thank you, Phil. At least something rubbed off on you. I see that. I got to tell the Phil Henry story. I'm sorry. I can't.
They all got to tell a story on you.
Oh, am I messing up the program? Yeah, I want to go laugh. Absolutely. I'm going to go laugh.